Good evening and welcome you to this exclusive interaction with Special DGP of Assam Police, Harmeet Singh. He's an officer of 1992 batch of the Indian Police Services and currently serving as a Special DGP Assam, as I just mentioned. He also heads the Nagarik Mitra, the Assam Police Smart Social Media Center, and he's the governor of Shishu Mitra, a child-friendly policing initiative. DG Harmeet Singh needs no introductions. He has been recipient of various medals and various awards. He is the one he's a name synonymous to the changing the emerging face of Assam police in social media. He's the pioneer of many such social media initiatives. So today he's going to talk to us about the recently started Assam Police Seva Setu, and he's going to also talk to us about the AI generated sharing campaign of Assam Police, which literally broke the internet. So let's start with a special interaction with him. Welcome to this interview, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sir, we would like to start with you on the Assam Police Seva Setu app. The Union Home Minister launched it recently. So tell us more about this app. What is this all about?
So, Assam as a state is undergoing a huge transformation under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma. And one of the things that Government of India is actually very keen on, and the state here is very keen on, is providing basic services to the people. And the right to services is the right that the people have. So in that, the Honorable Chief Minister felt that we should go digital as far as possible. Not only does it provide transparency, integrity, but also ease of service and ease of business. So we've launched the portal. The app is still under construction, but the Honorable Union Home Minister launched the portal, and we are possibly running the largest number of services on the app, which is 26. And you'll be surprised that we also have a button specially for children, so they can report not only, of course, there's an EFIR and an e-complaint, but children can even reach out for help. They can even reach out for help on simple things like if they're being bullied. And we've been talking about it school to school, and our social media has been talking about it. And the other innovation that's come up, while we're going to add more services, is that we have a special button for service grievances. So any policeman who has a grievance can reach out straight to us and to the DGP secretariat to ensure that his grievance is met, rather than having to go through the entire channel. Of course, we say that everybody should go through the channel of the hierarchy, but if they have a grievance which is beyond that, this button is available to them. So 26 services, out of which about 9 are paid services, and services for commercial establishments are also there. So I think we're doing pretty well with this, and the normal response time, unless there's nothing wrong with the case, within 48 hours, the cases are replied to and resolved. So I would say that digital services is the way of the future.
Absolutely right, sir. So you have been a pioneer of many path-breaking initiatives on social media. The recent AI-generated sharing campaign, which you have been, which is very close to you, it literally broke the internet. So tell us more on that.
Let me first talk about a couple of lines about social media. Social media is the idiom, is the language of today's world. But as government servants, as government agencies, we shy away from it because we feel we don't understand it. And there's a basic propensity of inertia where people shy away from it. But in a country where a lot of dialogue takes place on social media, where our Honorable Prime Minister at the center, the Honorable Ministers, and our Honorable Chief Minister here give their messages and they communicate with the populace on social media, police forces cannot stay away from this idiom. In fact, I actually have been going out and giving lectures on social media as the communication technology of the information age. It's actually a communication technology. So I went to NP and gave a talk in their technology session on social media and as a communication technology. So having said that, you cannot connect on social media if you just put out press releases and give information. Number one, social media is an interactive platform. So unless you interact and open a dialogue and a conversation, things are not going to happen. Number two, you have to use the language of the internet. You have to use the language of social media. So unless you use popular culture, cultural icons, poems, videos, films, film stars, memes, you're not going to go anywhere. Touch wood. Why we've been successful is because we've been thinking out of the box. And here I must also name my creative consultant, Salik, who's a young boy from Tonk in Rajasthan, but somehow came here from Bombay, walked into my office one day and said, I want to work with you. You guys have started something. And for the first couple of months, he worked pro bono. And since then, I think between the two of us, we managed to create a buzz. So after talking about the buzz and after talking about the kind of success we have, or I must tell you that the DGP and I personally reply to every tag that we get on Twitter. So we also resolve people's problems. All our handles resolve people's problems. Now, coming to sharenting, you know, we talk of cyber security, we talk of cyber fraud, we talk of various other things, but sharenting is possibly the biggest cyber threat for the future and for our children who are the future. So we started the sharenting campaign around 2021. We even got an award from the Digital Empowerment Foundation on this. And then once AI started taking off and we started using AI tools, we decided let's play with AI, and we came up with this AI campaign. And touch wood, the nerve that we were wanting to touch across the world on sharenting, this AI campaign has gone and done. As you said, it literally broke the internet. I can go apne muh miyan mittu and say we actually broke the internet. You'll be surprised that about a week, 10 days ago, one of the biggest research platforms in the US has done a study across 50 plus countries with more than 10,000 respondents, where more than 50% of the respondents have referred to our campaign. They have said they woke up onto sharenting because of the Assam police campaign. Now that, of course, makes you feel good about what you've done, but it also makes you feel the fact that you have made a difference. So having said that, this campaign, Touchwood, has touched the nerve, and we've not just it's not just the English language or Indian languages. We've been written about in Telugu, we've been written about in Oriya, every language across the country, media has picked it up. English language publications, technology publications in the English speaking world, yes. But the real nice thing was when I saw the articles from Thailand in Thai, from Korea in Korean, not only showing our creators, but also giving credit. So that means it's a message we want to take forward, that please think of your children's future. Don't overshare about your children on the internet. Don't live your life for likes. And I think that message has gone across. And thank you for talking about it.
Right, right. It has been a massive success, a huge success. I don't remember of any such campaign across the country that has received such a huge appreciation across not just the country.
We are happy we've been able to get a message across which we've been wanting to for a long time.
Right, right. So you are regarded as the face changer of Assam Police through your social media initiatives that you just mentioned how you started. So this trend that Assam Police set up by coming up with quirky tweets and speaking the language that the internet speaks. So tell us more, a little bit more on that. How did the journey actually start?
Actually, the journey started on a very sad note. The journey started with the mob lynching of two young men who had gone into Karbi Anglong district. They were musicians, and they had gone to record the sounds of the waterfall there to use in their music. And those were the days when this fake news of child lifters, which is called Hopadhara in Assamese, was going around. And the villagers in that remote area thought that they had come to pick up their children, and both these boys were killed by a mob. I was in Calcutta airport at that time, and the chief minister called me and said, "You've been talking about social media. Can you start it today?" So I said, "I'm in Calcutta airport, but I will." And our journey of the Assam Police Smart Social Media Center, Nagrik Mitra, actually started from the Calcutta airport, from where I did the first tweet from my phone and against fake news. And then we came into this whole idea of the Think campaign. So we have been using the word think because अगर मैं हिंदी बोल सकूं तो आपके प्रोग्राम पे, अगर आदमी सोचेगा नहीं तो अच्छा या बुरा वो गलत भी करेगा, तो सोचना बहुत जरूरी है. So we started with think. So think before, on the cyber side is think before you share, think before you click, think before you forward, various other things. Then think before you stalk, think before you dope. Anything that you can think of, we use the word think. So the Think campaign is another campaign which got a Digital Empowerment Foundation award for community mobilization. In fact, later I was told that there was a huge discussion in the jury. How can we give a police force a social media award for community mobilization? There were people there who thought it was a negative, but I think many of the jury prevailed on them, and we were India's official entry to the Vienna Social Media Awards. Sadly, COVID came around, so हम भी बंद गला पहन के Vienna नहीं जा पाए. But the message started going out. Our tweets, as you know, have broken the internet. Our tweet on the ganja we had caught was possibly, we actually calculated, there was no continent or country, no continent actually, and most police forces in the world retweeted. Our Bohemian Rhapsody, which was against fake news, was retweeted by even the Queen fan club. And I must share the funniest with you is that we did a tweet on Hima Das, and or about a week later, we saw that our creative had been used by Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah.
So he lifted the same, his team rather, not him, lifted the same creative. And then there was again trolling on the internet saying chori kiya, chori kiya. It was not chori. He liked our idea. We were so happy with it. And then he was kind enough to also donate to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund after that episode. So the fact that one of our creatives was even liked by somebody of that artistic sensibility makes you feel good. So it's all about reaching out. All I can say is that we are a state of about 30 plus million people, but our social media reach last year was more than 60 million. So that itself for a small state. So we might, you know, everybody says, kitne follower hai? It's not about followers. Kitna impression hai? Kitna spread hai? So 60 million ka spread is a decent spread. And if our message is going across, that's all we want. So I also offer through your AGs, I've been going various places, various police forces are in touch, but we can also give modules and classes to any agency that wants to change its social media presence and its way of interacting with the outside world.
Right. You just mentioned.
I just want to add one line here, that the basic premise that we work on, and we do a lot of work with children through social media, is that when you are communicating with the outside world, please work with that one word which I say everywhere, which is empathy. The minute you bring empathy into your communications will reach out.
Oh, absolutely right. So you mentioned about Bohemian Rhapsody. Now this was your brainchild. Now this actually worked on tackling fake news. Now many police forces have this, they have this opinion that There are a lot of media, YouTube channels, not many such platforms where people are reporting about them, talking or writing about. Often there is a blurred line that sometimes they fail to understand what is fake news and what is actual news. So how did this campaign work? How did it bust fake news in Assam?
So, as I said, that our entire platform started based on a fake news which hurt people. And
Yeah.
then the state has gone through the NRC, the National Register of Citizens, which was a lot of fake news came up on that, which we fought as social media platforms, while the government did its own other campaigns, but it was a combined effort with all other agencies of government. When the Citizenship Amendment Act agitation started, we fought that again through social media, and that died down here in 3 days. So tackling fake news has reached a level where we get, the minute citizens see fake news, they report it to us.
Okay.
So we have, as I said, it's an interaction, and we have a lot of communication going on with our populace, our people. They are our eyes and ears. So there's a huge amount of fake news. So in Assam, any rumor, any fake document, anything that comes up, I think in a very short time we are able to tackle it. If it's very malicious and vindictive, we take legal action. Some places we just need to counsel. So we counsel young people who spread silly things or just forward something silly. And we go out on the net and tell people that this is fake so they don't follow it.
Right. Right. So you also had the Nagrik Mitra, as I mentioned earlier. Can you tell us what is the role of Nagrik Mitra here in
Nagrik
Assam?
Mitra is basically our social media platform is called Nagrik Mitra. See, our entire scheme, the Chief Minister has named, which is upgrading the police force, is called Moitri, which
Moit.
means Mitrata. So from that, I took the word Mitra and made Nagrik Mitra. We made another app for travelers, which right now the transport department is updating. It was originally made by us. It was called Jatri Mitra. That was for travelers. And our child-friendly policing program that we are running now for the last 4 years with UNICEF is called Shishu Mitra. So the entire idea behind the word Mitra is that we are friends of the people, and the people are our friends. So, whether you call it people-friendly policing or child-friendly policing or whatever, it's one society and we have to work together. So that's the entire idea behind the use of the word Nagrik Mitra. So people can reach out to us. So, even during COVID, we were the first ones to run a mental helpline in the country. No, I don't think any police force ran a mental helpline. With Guwahati Medical College, we ran a mental helpline. We had a special helpline for those old people whose children don't live with them and they are alone in Assam. All through COVID, so their children could contact us from anywhere in the world, and we were providing services to them. So the whole idea is that we are a people-friendly force, and we are out there to help, to serve the people all the time.
Right. Right. Sir, could you tell us, how Assam Police is progressing into using technology in policing, cyberspace, space, and
Uh,
metaverse? More are
we
they doing?
have we've embarked on a very ambitious program. So it starts, basically you have to have a backbone. So but now we have a optical fiber backbone right from the police stations till the chief minister. So it's called AP Connect, and we have our own connectivity, and everything is slowly running on this platform, whether it's CCTNS on the same pipeline. There's a spliced version for a part of that for internet, but the rest is secure, and it's our own kind of WAN, and everything from our e-office. So now our e-office, our computers are being put up. Uh, Everything will be it's on e-office. Then with the remote, with our Assam Space Agency, we are working with them, and we are geotagging every crime, and everything is going on to an app called Assam Cop. So from the personnel management system to the financial management system to the crime management system, everything will be available to the policeman and the cop. So from the time, from the Assam cop, so from the time an incident is reported till the case is closed, everything is, I'm so sorry, everything is going for digitization. We are on a huge digitization, this thing. All our old records are being digitized. Our legacy records are being digitized. So by 2026, we hope to be a completely digital police force. And to add to this is the forensics part and the cyber part. So we now have cyber forensic equipment in every police station. And we are training crime scene officers. 500 people are being trained at NFSU. If you'll give me a second, I will just answer this one.
Right.
नहीं, तुम्ही मला खाई लो. I'm just finishing and leaving. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the next meeting is already. They're checking if I'm on the way. Sorry. So sorry.
Yes.
Tell me.
So, like you mentioned that the technology is the future of police. That's the way forward for smart policing and digital policing. You have been
Yes, just to add one more thing. From October 1, our entire GD entries will be made digitally on CCTNS. There will be no physical GDs in the police stations.
Okay.
So
that's a huge.
we are going on to the entire CCTNS platform as a whole.
Right. So you have been, delivering lectures at various forums, even police institutions, NPA, and all these places where you're talking about the role of policing. So could you tell us what role social media plays in policing, and how can policing get better with social media?
As I said, it's all about empathetic communication. So I've been talking to universities, schools, police forces, government agencies, policy planning forums, all over the place. And apart from everything else, like my latest lecture at RRU was based on two separate themes. One was operational synergy. So when I was speaking to them about operational synergy, I was talking to them about operational synergy both in wartime, insurgency, and peacetime, as well as natural disaster. And in that, the role of communication. And that is where social media also came in. Similarly, my second theme to them was about perils of the internet or perils of the cyber world. So when we were talking about perils of the cyber world, naturally, both the positives and negatives of the cyber world are today reflected in social media. So if you're being scammed, it's through social media. If fake news is coming, it's through social media. So as I said, social media is the new idiom of communication, is the new language of communication. Earlier, हम सुबह उठ के अखबार पढ़ते थे. अब तो अखबार का वेट नहीं करना पड़ता, सब सोशल मीडिया पे मिल जाता है. Whether it's through a messaging platform like WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, blah blah blah, or whether it's from a Twitter, Instagram, now Threads, Facebook, or whatever. That's the way we communicate today. So whether it's policing, whether it's governance, it's all got to be out there in the cyber world. So metaverse, in fact, you'll be surprised. We are actually looking to create a position of IG metaverse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
so IG metaverse is we. In fact, in the next cadre review, we're actually going to ask UPSC for the post of an IG metaverse. And we are at the moment restructuring the entire Assam police. So even if it's an ex-cadre post, IG Metaverse and his unit is going to be a reality.
That I think would be Assam police again would be a pioneer of coming up with IG Metaverse, a rank like IG Metaverse for that.
Yeah, we are trying to do a lot of things. Another thing that we are right now working on, which should get launched very soon, is our entire evidence system is going to go on blockchain.
Okay.
So our entire evidence collection and production and analysis system is all going on to blockchain. So I think we'll possibly be the first police force to do that.
Absolutely. Right. So we would like to end this very interesting chat we had with you on social media artificial intelligence, metaverse, and some very interesting initiatives that Assam Police have taken, rather pioneered them. So thank you so much for talking to us, sir. And
Thank you
we
so much. The metaverse is such a large universe in itself that maybe on the other parts of cyber, we can have another conversation later. Right. Thank you so much, Police
thank
World,
you.
for having me here. Bye bye.
Thank you.